we will draw isometric view of the object shown in this figure. To draw isometric view, we will take this corner as the origin of the coordinate system, isometric coordinate system. Then this surface becomes left face, iso left face, and this becomes iso right plane. Okay. So we'll draw this left face of the object in iso left plane. So line from here go up by 120 millimeters, vertically by 20 millimeters, to the left by 30 millimeters, up by 40 millimeters, to the left by 10 millimeters, to the left by 40 millimeters, to the left by 10 millimeters, down by 40 millimeters, to the right by 30 millimeters, down by 20 millimeters. So that is the left face. Now we have to copy it for a distance of 64 millimeters. So copy. Before that is to be copied in iso right plane. Select objects. Base point is this point over a distance of 64 millimeters. Enter. Okay. Now we have to join them to give thickness. Draw a line from the end of this to the end of this. Copy this line. Rough base point is this point, to this, to this, to this, to this, and to this. Enter. Delete some of the unwanted lines. This line, this line, this line, and this line. Also trim. Trim. Select objects, this and this. Now we will cut the semicircular cut there. Enter. We must draw a semi-ellipse here in this case. It is in the iso left plane. Ellipse. Right click. Iso circle. Ellipse, right click, iso circle, center is midpoint of this, radius is 20 millimeters, enter. Escape, trim, select all, trim this portion, then delete this line. Now copy this line. Base point is this, to the end of this, to the end of this. Enter. Now delete that line, this line, select all, copy, this arc in the iso right plane on this point over a distance of 64 millimeters. Enter. Trim unwanted part of the ellipse like this. So that is the base feature. Now we have to cut a slot here on this side. To cut slot, copy this line, base point is this point over a distance of 25 over a distance of copy this line, selection complete, base point is this point over a distance of 25 millimeters, then 35 millimeters, enter. Then copy this line, selection over in the iso top plane, base point is this point over a distance of 15 millimeters, enter. Now trim this line, this line, this line and this line, okay, enter. Now in the iso top plane we must draw an ellipse here, ellipse, right click, iso circle, center of iso circle is midpoint of this, radius is 5 millimeters, escape, delete this line, trim, select all, trim this portion, also trim this portion, enter. Now copy this line and this line in the iso right plane, this point down by 20 millimeters, enter. Trim this line, now let us see whether such a feature on this side is visible or not. So for that, copy this line in the iso top plane, selection over a distance of 25 millimeters, enter. Okay, enter. Now you will see only a small portion of that is visible. So to complete that, trim, select all, trim this portion and trim this portion and trim this portion. So that small portion is visible. This thing. Now we have to round all the corners. So here in the iso top plane, ellipse, Now before that we go to ellipse, we must create the center there. For that, copy this line for a distance of 8 millimeters. Copy this line over a distance of 8 millimeters and also over a distance of 64 minus 8, 6 millimeters. Now copy this line over a distance of 8 millimeters. Enter. Copy this line over a distance of 8 millimeters. Trim, select all, this, and this. Now we have the centers for those ellipses. Go to ellipse. Isocircle. This radius is 8 millimeters. Repeat isocircle, 8 millimeters. Repeat isocircle, 8 millimeters. Enter. Now escape. Go to trim, select all, trim this, trim this, trim this, trim this, trim this, and trim this. Trim this, trim this, and trim this. Okay. Now enter, copy this in the ISO right plane, down by 20, enter, copy this copy this okay. Now trim, select all, this, and delete this, and also now draw lines. Draw line from quadrant of this, at point of this. Repeat line from this point to midpoint of this. Repeat line